Hello, and welcome to Parents Guide to Gaming. The games on this list will be out February 16th to the 22nd. Here's a list of a few common short terms used in this presentation. The first game on this list is Layers of Fear. DSRB rating is mature. The content descriptors are violence, blood, alcoholic reference, and strong language. Layers of Fear is a first-person psychedelic horror game in which heavy focus on story and exploration. Players take control of a painter whose sole purpose is to finish his magnum opus. The player must navigate through both constantly changing Victorian-era mansion and ghastly visions. It will release on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Next on this list is Project X02. The ESRB rating is teen. The content descriptors are fantasy violence, language, mild blood, partial nudity, and suggestive themes. This is a strategy role-playing game in which players follow the story of two government agents trying to save the world. Players move characters around the grid and engage in turn-based combat with a variety of fantastical enemies. Players select moves from a menu, view character punching and kicking each other. Some characters use guns, swords, or magic energy element attacks. A handful of attacks result in bleach splashes or stains of red blood. Some female characters are depicted wearing outfits that barely cover their breasts and or buttocks. Low camera angles occasionally highlighting cleavage or jiggling breasts. The game also contains suggestive dialogue. The game is coming out on Nintendo 3DS. Next on this list is Street Fighter V. The ESRB rating is teen. The content descriptors are mild language, suggestive themes, and violence. This is a fighting game in which players engage in one-on-one combat with large casts of human characters. Players mostly punch, kick, and use special attacks to deplete opponents' life meters. Some characters use weapons such as claws or chains. Some special moves are depicted in brief cutscenes with slow motion, dramatic close-ups, and opponents' reaction shots. Combat is highlighted by cries of pain, frequent impact sounds. Several female characters are depicted in low-cut, form-fitting outfits that display large amount of cleavage and or buttocks. Female characters' breasts sometimes jiggle during the character selection. The game is coming out on PlayStation 4 and PC. Next on this list is Fire Emblem Fates Birthright and Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. The ESRB rating for this is teen. The content descriptors are animated blood, fantasy violence, and suggestive themes. This is a role-playing game in which players assume the role of a warrior battling evil forces. Battles are depicted from an overhead perspective, with characters moving around the grid while taking turns selecting attack moves from a menu. Attacks are presented in short animated sequences, characters striking each other with swords, lances, axes, and pistols. Cutscenes are also depict violent acts, characters stabbing themselves or sacrificing themselves for others. A handful of scenes depict silhouette splashes of blood or brief mist-like sprays when characters are struck. A handful of female characters are depicted wearing low-cut outfits that reveal a large amount of cleavage. In one cutscene, the camera pans up on a female character's body, lingering on her cleavage and buttocks. These are two different games with parallel stories. They are coming out on Nintendo 3DS. Here's a link to the ESRB and the PEGI system so you can check them out yourselves, and also music at bensound.com. Please check out our sponsors, Harmful Grips and Boss Boxes, and use discount code DRSTW17 for discount for both. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Tweet us at parentsg2g or email us at parentsg2g@gmail.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.